My name is Burr Sutter, and I'm the Global Director of Developer Experience. And my team does is it goes around the world and talks to developers wherever they live, so I tend to travel a lot. And we spend a lot of time interfacing with developers, really understanding their needs and trying to see exactly, one, how to enable them and empower them, but also gain their feedback as it relates to our product set and helps us build better products. So the key points I really want to focus on this morning is, one, I did a live demonstration. So I did no slideware. We basically did everything as a live demonstration, including allowing the audience to actually put transactions into the application. So in other words, they actually got a chance to get on their phone and add different transactions into my application as I made changes to the application on the back end. The application in question was a hybrid cloud, multi-cloud application. In other words, it ran across all three clouds, Amazon, Google, and Azure. And then I also showed how I could fail over transactions from one cloud to the other, or even burst from one cloud to another cloud as an example. And also I did a blue-green deployment and a canary deployment with the audience live, again on their phone. So they got a chance to see me changing Istio virtual services and actually change from a blue deployment to a green deployment or to a canary deployment as an example. So we had lots of fun. It was very interactive and a lot of just real live demonstrations showing code, showing different things running within the hybrid cloud. So what's happening in the industry right now, I believe, or what's happening for the future of software for the world, is we have 7 billion people on the planet, and they all want new digital assets, new APIs, new capabilities, new creations, even if that's just a mobile application for their phone or some digital video or digital song or whatever it might be. And if you look at it from a software development standpoint, there's only about 10 million professional software developers on this planet. And there's also some hobbyist software developers. But if you think about it from that perspective, 7 billion down to 10 million, we're already at a massive deficit. We don't have nearly enough digital creators to build the new apps and APIs that people will want in the future. And so this job category is going to continue to grow throughout the industry and make people even more powerful, right? They're going to definitely have more capabilities over time. Well, that's actually one thing I think really empowering the future is open source. If you actually go back to 1999 and you wanted to build your first Java Hello World web application, actually one of the presentations I do is I show people back in 1999, it cost close to $500,000 to get started with Java Hello World for a web application. At this point, fast forward to 2019, you can actually start a new application for $0. All you have to do is spend a few cents per hour to basically have a hosted virtual machine, and now you can run an application, build an application, and run an application instantly. So that getting started experience is massive, and I think open source has had a fundamental impact on that. It basically has invented this concept of the cloud. Linux, and of course things like Kubernetes and containers within the concept of Kubernetes have fundamentally changed the way we build software. So Red Hat going forward is going to be a huge part of that ecosystem. It already has been. It's been one of the primary providers of Linux throughout the industry. We're now the primary provider of Kubernetes throughout the industry. We also are a huge provider of Java capability and for Java developers throughout the industry. And we're going to continue investing in those three major categories and even more, whether it be AI, ML, or maybe something like OpenStack technology, or virtualization and software technology at the storage level. So we're constantly improving ourselves, improving the technology for our customer base, and of course trying to empower other developers throughout the ecosystem through open source. The one thing I really appreciate about being here in Istanbul, and this is my second trip, and I really enjoy visiting the area, because I do find that in Turkey, the developers are super motivated. They're motivated to learn, and they're going to be part of those key people. If you think about that 10 million people again, they're the few percentage of those people actually show up for the developer conference. They show up for a big event like we had here today to learn more, gain more skills, gain more capabilities, and then of course deliver more value in their job and in their career path. So I really do appreciate spending time with the developers. Already have spent a lot of time with developers here already, and they're getting stronger. I'm learning as well in that process, that interaction, and I think there's going to be a huge opportunity for Turkey and for Turkish developers to grow going forward, because the job market's going to continue to expand.